Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the info webinar related to Open Call 3 Collaborate program from the SusRur project. Thank you so much for your time and thank you so much for being here. Today's session will be presented by the SusRur team, composed of the coordinator of the project, Professor Zanetta, Jorge Perez, the coordinator of the Collaborate program, and myself, Daniel Silva, as part of the Open Call management team. So, in order to what will be the structure of this presentation, of this session, we will start with a brief introduction to the SusRur project. After that, we will dive into the Collaborate program and try to present you what are the main specification of this program, what are you getting by participating and being selected to this program. After that, we will have a very detailed indication on the terms and conditions and how to apply to this SusRur Open Call 3. And finally, in the end of this session, we'll have a 15 minutes session dedicated to Q&A. So if you want to question anything to us, please use the Q&A chat box that is available here, and we will try to reply to it at the end of the session. So thank you so much. One thing, this session is also being recorded and will be available afterwards on the social media platforms and digital platforms of the project. So if you don't have the opportunity, or if you want to review it once again, you will have the opportunity to do that afterwards by joining or by following us on the digital platforms. So without further ado, I will give the floor to Professor Zanetta, who will present the SusRur project. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daniel. Hello to everyone. As Daniel already introduced, I am Professor Žaneta Sasiškienė from Kaunas University of Technology, Lithuania, and I am coordinating this interesting project which came to a final phase, and we really hope that you will enjoy to become participants of the project. So shortly about the project, the next slide, please. So, as you can see, the project started last year on the 1st of January, and we already performed 2 open calls for our participants, and I will introduce a little bit later on about this. And you can see we have 6 partners. So we are coordinator from Lithuania, Northern Europe, as you can see. We are representing the university. Also, we have this Entrepreneurship Support Foundation, joined for CS from Greece. Then we have Espacio Tormaleo, App Store from Spain, and Jorge is the main representative of this organization. Also, we have the Koestinger Consulting from Austria, and we have this associate Dezvoltarea Intercomunitară, Harghita from Romania, and we have F6S, which are coordinating all our financial and communication, financial procedures and communication with our open calls participants from Ireland. And Daniel is a representative of this partner. So you can see that we are inviting the partners, the participants from 5 regions, from Lithuania, from Greece, from Spain, from Austria, and from Romania, specific regions, participates in our training, which really want to encourage small and medium companies, individuals, to expand the activities, to make it more sustainable for all of us, for service providers, for service users, for consumers, and understand the sustainability in tourism in a proper way. You see that we have the next year to finalize the project. So as I mentioned, it's a very good opportunity to you to join this very interesting project at the last stage. So the next slide, please. We have the, as I mentioned, the main goal to introduce sustainability in the tourism area. So also introduce the best practices which are introduced or implemented in 5 regions which are participating in our project, and also get the ideas from the service providers, from the experts, and to improve the attractiveness of the tourism in these remote regions participating in the project. So also we would like to help our participants to introduce their services to the wide auditorium, to use the financing which is provided by European Commission to boost their capacity and skills, and also to train, to educate their customers then they arrive and they will use their services. So I think it's very nice, very good opportunity. And we already performed 2 calls. The next slide, please. As I said, in 5 rural and remote areas. So in these calls we are introducing to you, we try to introduce you the new tools and services which will strengthen your competitiveness. Of course, we have different situation in this already very well-known areas, which are you do not need to introduce well-known touristic areas which are attractive and well-known all around the world. But I and all the partners from the project believe that you have unique places or unique services to introduce and encourage new customers to visit your place, and to, let's say, find your specific place, your specific services, and of course, to impact your businesses in a proper way. So, so we have like a two-fold goals, I think. So, of course, you introduce you as a service provider to give you a tool to train you, to explain, and also how to provide you some specific knowledge, how to attract the new customers to your services and to your specific places. The next slide, please. So, as I mentioned a few minutes before, we already have 2 calls, Open Call 1. Then we provide the specific training as an accelerate program to our to 20 small and medium companies which participated and got training and increased their competences on sustainability understanding in the touristic area, how to use this sustainability knowledge to wider, to expand the businesses. And also now we have the Open Call 2, which is in the process right now. So we have more than 50 small and medium companies which participate in this Innovate program. And you are encouraged to participate in this second part, like to be the lucky ones to join this last train in our project and to join this team of SMEs which are getting support for their sustainability services, and to use an opportunity and to hire the service provider to improve your businesses from the sustainability point of view. But I think, Jorge, you will explain in a very nice way how the things will happen, and also Daniel will later on go into the details how the things will go on. So I really encourage all participants to join us. It's a really good opportunity, and of course, to learn sustainability, because the sustainability now it's like an obligatory term in all areas of our lives, and tourism is one of it. And the next slide. So I think it's, as I said, good opportunity to all of you to ask also the questions. I will also encourage you, if you're not participating now in our webinar online, so I definitely encourage you to contact us via emails to ask questions and to join the team of the participants of the Open Call Free. It's a very good opportunity, and I believe you will definitely will use it. So good luck, and we are waiting for your applications. So thank you very much, and I give the floor to Jorge.
Thank you, Saneta. So welcome everyone. I will present in a few slides the Collaborate program, because it's quite a simple program in terms of the type of activities that will be supported. Basically one activity in comparison with the previous two open calls that involve, as Saneta mentioned, participation in an acceleration program, and also the Innovate program, which involve different activities. So next slide, please. So basically, the overall aim of this Collaborate program is to improve the performance of the participating SMEs towards the twin transition, digital green transition. Basically, what we will support is external collaborations with experts. Okay, in summary, the program aims to support up to 50 SMEs to access specialized consulting services in 5 thematic areas. Okay, one of them is the digital marketing plan. Okay, so basically, if you want to carry out like your business strategy to include the use of digital platform channels to promote your products or services to different audiences, you can do it through this project. Then the second is the sustainability action plan. Okay, so if you are really interested in how to improve your sustainability at different levels, but especially in connection with the Sustainable Development Goals, the 2030 agenda, and all of this, you can do that through this open call. And then we have different reports on technology and innovation. So we selected 3 topics which we believe are really relevant for the rural tourists, especially for our regions, the regions involved in the project. So in the first place, we have circular economy. Okay, so anything related to, for example, waste, water management, reduction, resource management, sustainable production and consumption, packaging, the use of locally supplied goods and services, etc. So anything related to innovation and technology within the circular economy can be included in this report or survey. The second one is related to the clean energy transition. So we are talking about anything related to the decarbonization, renewable energy technologies, energy efficiency, etc. And the third and final one is digitalization. Okay, the use of digital technologies. This part doesn't include the digital marketing, which has its own section here. And in this part, we include anything which is related, for example, to interactive and data-driven services, immersive technologies like augmented or virtual reality, artificial intelligence, accessibility, etc. Okay, so this is the type of technologies and innovations that you will be able to study under this through external experts, consultancy services within this open call. Next slide, please. Okay, so the main outcomes is not too complicated. First is to contribute to accelerate the digital and green transitions of rural tourism SMEs in the participating regions. In addition, increasing the resilience, the capacity, and to support the recovery from the COVID-19, that at the end is one of the main issues of this project and all the projects under this call. And the third one is to provide additional resources and knowledge to these rural tourist SMEs towards their sustainability, okay? And in order to develop more competitive services and products. Next slide. So basically the type of supporting activities is one activity, consulting services, access to specialized consulting services provided by a pool of external service providers, mentoring, consulting, advisory, etc. Guidance towards the topics that we mentioned in terms of digital tools, sustainability, marketing, technology, innovation, etc. The selected SMEs will be provided through a list of reliable service providers accepted from the project from each region, and this will be available once the evaluation and selection process is completed. Okay, so you can see here the link of the service providers. There is an open call which is now available for reliable service providers, and those that demonstrate their capability and capacity to perform these consulting services will enter the pool, and then SMEs will be able to select from this pool from the different regions to perform one of the topics that I already described. Next slide, please. So that's all. It's a very simple call, and Daniel will explain you now all the terms and conditions, which also are quite simple in the way like the application form and all of this. And as Aneta mentioned, I as partner and we as project encourage you to participate in this open call and to make the most out of it. So thank you very much. And I pass the floor to Daniel.
Thank you, Jorge and Zaneta, for your presentations and for introduction both the project and the Collaborate program that is related to this open call. And as it was mentioned, now we will present basically the main terms and conditions of this call, how to apply to it, what you will get from this program in terms of financial support. So these are the main things that we are now introducing to you. So next slide. So here is in a nutshell what this open call is offering and supporting, as was already presented by my colleagues. So the time frame from this call, it was launched in the mid of November, 15th of November, and it will run until the 15th of January at 5 p.m. CET. The indicative budget for this call is up to 300K. Which will mean that we will support up to 50 SMEs from eligible regions. Estimated budget per SME is up to 6,000 euros, and the duration of the program starting in the beginning of March until end of August. So basically 6 months of program. One thing that I want to, and this link is already in the chat, is to make focus on this list of documentation kit of documents that are part of this pack that are very important for you to consult as are you apply to this call. Basically, all the information that you will see here is also available on the call for proposals and guide for applicants. And we also invite you and suggest you to check all the annex documents. All of them are read only at this stage. They provide a template of the documents that you, if you are selected, you have to sign to be part of this program and also agree on to be part of this program. So those are very important, and we suggest you every time that you are applying to these calls to consult the documentation kit. In terms of eligible cost, this is very simple, as Jorge said. So we are funding and supporting the access to specialized consulting service. So the eligible cost for this call is basically the cost linked to this service. One important note that I want to include here is that any expenses resulting from consulting by entity is not indicated in the guide for applicants. So the list of consulting service that we will provide at the beginning of the project are considered not eligible. So you have to convene with this list of service providers that we will share with you as you are selected. So any expense prior to this call, to the launch of this call, open call 3, is ineligible. In terms of application process, you have to use the official submission system that we are using for this particular call, that is the F6S submission system. And all the link to this application form is available on the SusRur website. One important thing to highlight here is that applications submitted by any other means will be automatically discarded and not be evaluated. So you have to submit your application form through this submission system. And one note, and we will present you how to create a user profile, how to start the application form in the next slides. But one thing that is important to highlight here is that you have to create and you have to have a F6S user and company profile in order to be able to submit to submit your application. You will see that it's very easy to create both the F6S user account and also the company profile. It's a very straightforward and intuitive process, and you will see that it's very easy to do that. Here you will see the process. I will try to talk while I'm doing the process. So basically, you have to go to the f6s.com. You will click here on sign in or use an email if you are new to the program. And you have to indicate, so join or sign in with email. You have to indicate an email, whatever the email that you want to use, and a password. If you don't have an account, the system will automatically understands and will create an account with that. You have to search for the SusRur application open call 3, or go directly by the application link that is available on the SusRur website. Upon you find the open call 3, here is the open call 2, but it's basically the same process. You will find the information about the call, everything related to the specifications and terms and conditions of this call, and you have to apply. And by clicking on the apply, the system will ask you, okay, do you have a company profile? If you don't have, you have to create a new one. You indicate the name, and that's it. A company profile is linked to your user profile, and you can start. I suggest to read all these first introductory information very carefully, and after that you just need to fill in the form. Anything that is mandatory is highlighted with a star, so you just need to complete that. At the end, you submit apply. I hope this was very easy to find. I know that this was also very fast, but in any case, you'll have access to this this recording if you need to revisit the whole process again. And also, there is a a document that is also on the website that provides a step-by-step guide how to create this process, how to follow this process. So you have these two elements that you can use if you have any doubts how to create a user account. At the end, if you are having any issue, you can always contact the SusRur project or even the support provided by F6S. In terms of application form, so it's very easy, it's very simple, the structure. So we are collecting administrative form, just to details about the participants, where are you applying from, if you are a self-employed person or not. So this basic information that is needed also for us to conduct the eligibility check. After that, you have a section 1 technical proposal that is related to the proposal that you are submitting, where you will have the opportunity to present your company, your project, how this will benefit overall your transition to the digital green, to the both green and digital transition. Sorry. And after that, you have to checkbox. We have some checklists that you have to check regarding the SME declaration, and at the end, consent and permissions. In terms of administrative form, as I said, it's very easy. You have to indicate whether you are a self-employed person or a business already established. So both are as indicated in this European Commission recommendation, definition that we are using here, type of enterprise. You have to indicate a tax registration number that is linked to your business, and at the end, you have to submit also a tax registration certificate. So in order to be considered eligible for this project, for this process, and also to advance in the remote evaluation process, you have to indicate at this stage and submit a tax registration certificate. So each country has its own way to conduct this certification. Here are some links where you can go there in order to download your certificate. Others, you have to provide a certificate, there is no specific link where you can download that. We believe that this is already provided to you in the moment that you open a business. So those are very important. This is an important note that we want to underline here. So failure to provide a tax registration certificate means that the application will be deemed ineligible and not be evaluated. So it's very important that you submit this registration certificate at this point. In terms of application for the technical part per se, so what we are trying to have in this moment is the applicants need to demonstrate the alignment of their business with the rural tourism sector. So this is one part of the technical proposal. After that, you have to indicate two consulting service topics that you would like to apply and implement in your business, and explain how these topics are contributing to your sustainable development towards the twin digital and green transition. So those are very important, and these are basically the two questions that we have for the technical proposal. Important considerations here. All applications must be submitted in English. So different partners from different regions, I will introduce also the review panel, are composed of elements from different regions. So we have to have this common language, and English is working as is. And another thing, only one application per applicant will be accepted. This is very important because we are performing the remote evaluation on a rolling basis. So we will have different periods and moments to evaluate your proposal. So we are only accepting one application. And in case of multiple applications, only the first one will be considered for evaluation. And finally, you have to submit within the application process period. So between the 15th of November until 15 January at 5 p.m. CET. In terms of applicants who are eligible, so we are following the same definition as used by the European Commission in order to identify the SMEs and how to consider a company an SME, and you have to be based on one of the eligible regions. So eligible region I will present them afterwards, but in any case, you have to be from one of these eligible regions in order to be eligible to be evaluated by part and to be selected by this part. So if you are from one of the countries where these regions are inserted, that will not mean automatic that we will be considered for evaluation. We have to be based on one of these eligible regions. And in terms of type of enterprise that we are being accepting to this, you have to be one of at least part of, or your business needs to be conducted in one of these NACES classes. So here are a list. What is important also to indicate is other NAS classes may be eligible as well, since if you showcase alignment to the project's missions and goals and scopes, and if you are related to SMEs working in rural tourism and remote tourism. So these are very important specifications. For eligible regions, as I said, so there are 5 eligible regions that we are considered for these calls, and you have to be legally based on one of them. So Asturias from Spain, Western Macedonia from Greece, Harghita from Romania, Lithuania from Lithuania, and Sterish Vulcanland from Austria. So you have to be based in one of these in order to be eligible. If, for instance, if your SME is legal based on a different region but wants to implement a project in the eligible region, it will be also considered non-eligible. These are requirements that we have to follow as part of our project. So unfortunately, we are only supporting specific companies and specific SMEs from these regions. Another part that is also important to highlight here, that is also one of the criteria that will be considered during the eligibility criteria, is if you have already received funds from another open call supported by SusRur or any other from the sister projects are as indicated here in the slides, you also be considered not eligible. So you have to have not received any fund from this from previous fund from the SusRur project or any other sister project supported in the same call. In terms of the evaluation and selection process, so we will start after you submit, you will have this eligibility check where we will confirm if you are eligible to this call. After that, if you are eligible, you will pass to the second stage, that is the remote evaluation that will be performed by the SusRur review panel. After that, and if you are successful in this remote evaluation, we will advance to the preliminary ranked list. And after that, we have to check some box that I will present next. And if everything goes according to the quality of your application and everything is okay, you will be included in the final ranked list or reserve list. In terms of criteria, as I said, that we are evaluating, so we have 2 criteria: alignment and impact. So if you are aligned, if your application or your business is aligned with the rural tourism sector within the eligible region, this is one of the criteria that we are evaluating. And the second criteria is impact. All the selected topics will impact your business towards the digital and green transition. So these are very important aspects that you have to focus on during the application form. In terms of application scoring and the way that we are and conducting the application, the remote evaluation. So basically, this will be a pass-fail system that will be applied. The SusRur review panel will receive all eligible applications and they will start evaluation. The first thing that they will try to evaluate, and they will evaluate, and the focus are in the alignment. If you show alignment, you go to the second criterion. If you don't show any alignment to the main goal of this call, you will be automatically rejected. After you go to the second stage, to the impact part, you will be evaluated in three different scores. So impact to the goal of what SusRur wants to accomplish, the moderate impact and the low impact that you are showing. So taking into consideration, if you show case low impact towards the digital and green transitions, you will automatically be rejected as well. So we are focused on moderate high impact applications, and those will advance to the pre-selection list. One thing, okay, so in terms of what means low, moderate, and high impact, basically what we consider as a low impact is application fails to address the issue under examination or provides insufficient information. The moderate application address the issue but there are significant weaknesses that we believe that you should have addressed it during the application process. And 5, at the high level, the applications successfully address all relevant aspects of the issue in question, and if there are any shortcomings, they are minor. So those are basically the 3 levels that we are considering for the criteria to impact. In terms of the way that the applications will be ordered after for the final list. So applications ranked with high impact, of course, they passed the first criterion, the alignment, of course, but the application ranked with high impact and submitted first. Timestamp will apply here until the minimum number of required applicants per eligible region is reached. What this means? It means that the SusRur project is obliged to fund a minimum number of SMEs per region. So we are, first of all, trying to fill out this requirement, and after we fill out this requirement, all the remaining applications ranked with high impact and submitted first timestamp criteria will be applied. At the end, the final criteria is remaining application ranked with a moderate impact and submitted first. So this is the way that we will process the order for the final ranked list. In terms of timeline, and I'm approaching the end of my presentation, so we start with the submission stage that we are now within it. So 15 November, 15 January, you have to apply until 15 January 2025 at 5 p.m. CET. In any case, we advise you to submit your application as soon as possible. As you can see, the timestamp is an important criteria for the ranking list. So we advise you all to start your application process as soon as possible and try to submit it as soon as possible as well. For the evaluation and selection stage, as I explained as well, we are conducting this in the rolling basis. We are receiving applications, and while we receive, we conduct the remote evaluation. And if you are selected and invited to be part of this program, we will initiate the sub-grant agreement stage, where the contract with the SusRur representative, all the documents that are part of the annex that you have to agree on to be part of this will be initiated on the 1st of February until the end of the month. And we are planning, if everything goes according to the plan, of course, to start the Collaborate program by the 1st of March until end of August. So 6 months of program. All in above dates are indicative and can change. In any case, we are doing our best to proceed and perform according to the plan. But if any change occurs during the process in any of this stage, all applicants will be informed, and this information will reach you in case you are planning to apply to this. So you will be informed at each stage. Do not worry. In terms of checkpoints and payments, so this is a lump sum. We are basically paying you or giving the financial support according to the accomplish of certain checkpoints, and by submitting some deliverables or reports that we will use to confirm that you have implemented the plan as or the project as indicated. So you will, for this project, is very simple. We'll have only one checkpoint where at the end of the month 6, where you have to complete the 2 specialized consulting service, and you have to submit when the time comes two of these 5 topics, two reports from these 5 topics available. So if you select 2 topics, for instance, digital marketing and sustainable action plan, you have to submit by the end of this month 6, August 2025, these 2 reports. In terms of payment schedule, so as I said, we are paying according to the accomplish of the program. And in order to start the process, and also for you to have a few budget available on your side to start the program, we are performing the first payment upon the signature of the subgrant agreement. So if you complete the subgrant agreement, if everything goes according, you will receive this first payment that basically is a pre-financing payment to initiate all the activities. And afterwards, if the checkpoint is completed, 100% of completion of the checkpoints. So 1 checkpoint, you will receive the remaining part of the budget. One important thing that is always important to have, and sorry for repeating the important twice, applicants need to guarantee stable and sufficient source of funding to maintain its activity throughout its participation in the project, and to provide any counterpart funding necessary. Basically, what this means is, and I believe here we can adapt the program and so on in order to make it more easy for you. But if any fund from your side is needed to complete the program before you receive the final payment, you are agreeing to do that by signing the declaration of honor template. In any case, what is important to highlight here is that activities under this call will be funded at 100% rate. So if you complete the program, you will receive the 6,000 euros as part of this funding support. And that's it from my side. Sorry, I believe it was a little bit long, my presentation. In any case, it's so important to refer to all these parts of the project, to all the part of the application process, in order to not be surprised by anything if you, for instance, don't participate, or even if you don't read everything that is in the guide for applicants. So we advise you firmly that you have to read the call for proposals and guide for applicants carefully. All this information that we presented today are there, highlighted there. In any case, you have this opportunity for the Q&A session, also to question us any doubt that you might have regarding this program. And you only need to use the Q&A chat in order to start your questions. If you have anyone, please let us know. We have these 10 minutes, additional 10 minutes until 1 p.m. To answer all your questions if you might have one. If not, I also prepare here frequent asked questions that we normally receive. But okay, I receive. Okay, I'm seeing here a question. I will answer them. So I'm from Bangladesh. My company also is formulated in Bangladesh. May we eligible for this program? Okay, as I said, and I presented during the program, during the presentation, only companies, SME rural company, SME companies related to rural and remote tourism in the eligible regions that we presented. So students from Spain, Harghita from Romania, Utena from Lithuania, Statius Buchanland from Austria, and Western Macedonia from Greece are eligible. So if you are based in Bangladesh, unfortunately, you will not be considered eligible for this program. Okay. I don't see any other question. I will resume my frequent asked questions, and let's see if other questions are raised by our participants. So can I apply to the SusRur Open Call 3 collaborate as a self-employed person working in the tourism sector in one of the eligible regions? Yes, so we are adopting the SME definition established by the European Commission. So self-employed persons are considered SMEs. So if you are working on the rural and remote tourism in one of the eligible regions, you can apply, and we invite you to apply to this opportunity of getting access to a specialized service. Do I need to confirm that I'm engaging in economic activity as a self-employed person to be deemed eligible under this call? Yes, during the submission process, you have to submit a certificate of registration, provided that you are engaging in economic activity. So if you are providing any or engaging in any economic activity, you have to submit this certificate. I believe all countries issue this kind of certificates when you start an business economic activity, even as a self-employed person. So you have to submit proof during the application form to be considered eligible for this call. Another question that normally is asked by participants: I am a tourism SME enterprise based in one of eligible regions. Do I need to submit a tax registration number to be deemed eligible? Yes, this is basically the same as the previous one. So this considers all tourism SMEs. Yes, you have to submit, and you have to indicate a tax registration number, a VAT number, a taxpayer identification number, whatever applies to you. And you have also to submit a proof of certificate as indicated in each one of the regions. So each one of the regions are different. You have different documents. You have different ways to confirm that you are you have a certificate that you are involved in the economic activity. So please follow the links that we are providing in the call for proposals. And you will be successful if you do that. Okay, my entity is not legal based in the eligible region, but the project will be implemented in one of the eligible regions. Am I eligible to participate in SusRur Open Call 3? So as explained, unfortunately, we are supporting SMEs based on these particular regions, and the criteria is very simple. If you are based in one of these eligible regions, you will be automatically eligible to apply to this call. If you are, of course, also working in the tourism sector, and as defined in the guide for applicants. So we are, if you are based on one eligible region, yes. If you are not based there, even if you want to perform a project there, you are not eligible. I received financial support from a previous call managed by SusRur consortium. Am I eligible to participate in this new call? No, as explained, we are offering this opportunity to new SMEs that haven't received any support before from the SusRur program. This question is basically a follow-up of the previous one. So if I received funds from another sister project funded by the same topic as the SusRur project, no, this also is an indication from the European Commission that a company that was funded by the same topic will not be able to receive financial support from this call. This is related to the profile, the application form, what is the submission system, official submission system. We have here the F6S user profile. Do I have to have a F6S user profile in order to submit? Yes, all the applicants are required to have a user profile in order to submit their application form via the F6S submission system. We explain how to do that. It's very intuitive, in my opinion, very easy to create a new user profile, and you go there. If in any case, if you have any questions, you have two ways to follow this way to create a user profile. First of all, you can review this and revisit this recording, and we'll see how to create an account. You have a step-by-step guide in the SusRur website. And finally, if you are not able to create an account, you can always contact us, the SusRur project, or even the support at F6S. And meanwhile, we receive a question from one participant. I will read it now. So could you please clarify if the grant money is to be spent for the consulting service provided by your pool of consults or for the implementation of the deliverables? I can reply to this one, but maybe Jorge, do you want to answer this one just for people see other people besides me? Or should I go on and reply to this one? Okay, I can reply. Thank you so much. So basically, the financial support that you are receiving is for the consulting service that are being provided. One of the outputs from this service, or the output from this service, are the deliverables. Okay, so by enrolling in this consulting service, you will be entitled to receive and have these meetings with the consulting service to, first of all, assess your needs according to the topic that you selected. It's very important. We are not only performing, or we are not selecting call for service providers that will have the same solution for everyone. Different companies have different needs. So one of the first things that you will engage during this consulting service is to assess your needs, your goals as a company, and what you want to achieve. I think it also in consideration what is the topic of the economic activity of your business. These are one of aspect of the consulting service. The second one is at the end, with these conversations that we will have with the consulting service, a report will be generated. This is the output, something that will be important for you to have, and that will guide you for the topic, for the implementation of the topic that you selected. Okay, so this output, this report, will be the deliverable. So one thing that you have to submit at the end is the report. The report is generated by the consulting service, is provided to you. You will be important part of the process. We will follow up what is being built and also what is being planned for you, for your specific business. And at the end, you will have this report. Those are the deliverables. You don't need to create a new report or something like that. No, this is just to verify that you receive a report of this service that is vital for your business towards the green and digital transitions. And also, as is important for us to confirm that you completed the project. I hope it was clear. If not, please let us know and I will try to explain in other words. Okay, it seems like it was clear. One more, could the deliverables be used for expanding the business to another location? Sure. So these are important for your business, for the business that you are implementing in that region. And I believe if you are trying to escalate to scaling to another region that is similar to this rural business that you have, I don't see any issue in replicating this report and using this knowledge that is being provided to you to replicate in another location. But in any case, the consulting service is specified for your business for this particular region where you are implementing. But in any case, I think I don't see any issue. Any case is different. We have to evaluate particularly, but I take in consideration what you are questioning. I would say that totally possible to replicate the knowledge in another location. Okay, thank you so much for your questions. They were very important and important also to clarify. Thank you so much. Okay, we are approaching the end of our session. I'll try to complete these frequent asked questions as soon as quickly as possible. So how and when I will assess the financial support. As I said, this will be paid as a lump sum and will be distributed over 2 periods. The first one, after you sign the contract, the superant agreement with the consortium representative. The second one, after you complete the checkpoints. So you submit two reports as part of the consulting service. The payments will only be initiated once the work has been approved by the SusRur consortium. So even, for instance, if you use another service provider that was not indicated in the list of service, this will automatically be rejected, the deliverables. So we will not pay or will not complete the installment without having approved all the reports. So these are very important. Finally, what is a lump sum? I believe for some of you, you don't know what this definition or what this type of payment or grant that we are using represents, basically. So what this means is that you are being paid according to the defined activities. So we are not doing financial checks. We are not requesting any financial proof, any invoice that you have completed the payments and so on. No, we are only confirming if you have implemented the program as planned, and if you have reached the project milestones and deliverables. So we are, in this case, we are not performing any financial audit and so on. So we are only requesting you prove that you completed the plan. And what is a cascade funding? These are the 2 last ones, if I'm not mistaken. So what is a cascade funding? Cascade funding is a mechanism of the European Commission to distribute public funds in order to create new campuses, increase their scalability, help SMEs to improve and improve their their innovation process. So basically, the Commission is funding projects like SusRur project that will also provide some funding to different SMEs. So this is a cascade funding because of that. And where does the funding come from? The funding that we are providing, or the financial support that we are providing, comes from the European Union's SME program, is not COSME program anymore, through this topic that we were selected. And finally, how will we benefit from the funding? So you will have access to specialized consulting service to perform two of these 5 topics that we are providing in order to improve your sustainability performance towards green and digital transition. What is the value for participation? So you will receive and obtain credibility and recognition from a European project. You will receive a 6,000 euros lump sum funding, equity free, to implement this program. You will have access to specialized consulting service, and at the end, we'll have these meetings where you probably will also have these opportunities to network with your region and other eligible regions. So those are not in person as were in the previous calls, but we will have for sure 1 or 2, at least 1 meeting together where you will have the opportunity to also network with other selected participants. And this is the final one, if I'm not mistaken. If your application is accepted, what are the next steps? So you will receive via email an invitation letter. So the email that you provide in the application form is very important. Please be sure that you are giving and typing the correct email. You will receive an email by email an invitation letter to start the preparation of the subgrant agreement. Additional information can be and will be requested by me. So the declaration of honor, bank account information, and SME status checklist. So those were the final questions. Thank you so much for your participation, for your enthusiasm in this program. We invite you, as I said, to submit your application to this opportunity that is very important to improve your sustainable development towards the green and digital transition. As soon as possible, please submit it as soon as possible, as the timestamp is also one important criteria that we are using. If you want to receive and have more information in local language, please go to our website. There you will have opportunity to check this in each one of the local language from eligible countries. And if you have any specific questions, you can always contact through this email. And at the end, we receive another question that Professor Zanetta is answering. Just a second, I will read it out loud and also the response, because just to keep it in the recording. So is it reasonable to assume participating in this call will increase the chance to access further EU funding? Yes, of course. If you haven't received it yet, and this is the first time that you are participating, you will initiate these important funding schemes for companies that European Commission. This is simpler than the ones organized by the European agencies, and you have the first experience, and you will for sure increase your chance for next calls. Okay, so if there is no other questions, I want to thank you again to my colleagues Jorge and Professor Zanetta for being here, for your insightful presentations, and wish you all a great afternoon, and please apply, and thank you so much for your time.